So, Sue Bird, you see this. Investor Sue Bird has no interest in Unrivaled's 313,000 viewership as she urges fans to look at it differently. I'm begging you to not notice. It sucked.
Sue Bird is at it again. The legendary point guard, the four-time champ, the one-buzz per specialist, apparently has decided to defend the league's unrivaled viewership numbers, which are, let's just say, rivaled by my grandma's Facebook live streams.
Yeah, I think the way I feel about it and kind of what I'm hearing is we can't overreact, in a sense, to some of the viewership numbers because there's just a larger story.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese's ratings are somehow managing to sink faster than a brick in a swimming pool, but don't worry, Shu says everything's fine, just close your eyes, pretend the numbers are higher, and boom, problem solve. Let's break down why is so wrong and why this whole situation is hilarious.
They wonder why no one is supporting their secondary dump. They wonder why no one is watching pretend basketball. Maybe if they focused on the actual basketball instead of focusing on their weird utopian fantasies, maybe their dump would be upgraded to a polished turf.
So Subbird has decided to step up and defend Unrivaled League's plummeting viewership, claiming we should all focus on the positives. Oh, you mean like the part where nobody's watching? Yeah, let's definitely celebrate that. And of course, she's defending Unrivaled League, the one-buzz hilariously desperate branding attempt, and surprise, surprise, Angel Reese, because nothing screams growing the game like propping up a player who has done absolutely nothing to make people want to watch. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Unrivaled League supposed to be the next big thing? But the ratings of tanking games are getting fewer viewers than a rerun of a 2003 cooking show.
I mean, 300,000 is not good at all. Not at all. And to me, this is probably going to be their best ratings ever. After what I saw, yeah, niche market. I say less than 300,000 from this point on, a niche market. Now,
Subbed really wants us to ignore the numbers and just appreciate the progress. But what progress? The league finally had mainstream attention. But what did they do? Push Angel Reese like she's the next Michael Jordan. And guess what? Nobody cares when she plays. I mean, the numbers don't lie. Every time Reese is on the court, viewership takes a nosedive. That's not an accident. That's a clear message from the fans. Because let's be honest, outside of her talking nonsense and throwing cheap shots, what exactly does Angel Reese bring to the table? She's not an elite scorer, not a game changer, and her so-called star power is non-existent when the cameras stop rolling.
I want you to keep in mind something. In comparison to the debut week, Angel Reese's debut game with the Rose BC Basketball Club has lost over half of its viewership.
Unrivaled League bet on the wrong horse, and it's hilarious watching them scramble now that it's blowing up in their face. But Sue Bird wants us to support all the players and look at the bigger picture, ma'am. The bigger picture is that your league finally had the spotlight, and instead of making it about skill and actual talent, they made it about drama, fake rivalries, and forcing fans to care about players they clearly don't. And let's not forget, this is coming from a player who played in an era where women's basketball had even worse viewership. Of course, she's used to nobody watching. She probably thinks these numbers are great compared to the dark ages of 2010.
Unrivaled. Folks, night one of Unrivaled, people were doing it. Do a little dance, show a little love, get down tonight. Hey, get down tonight. Oh, people were doing the cha-cha slide. Night one of Unrivaled, 313K, 311. That's a nice, not bad. That's acceptable, right? Then we get to night two. Oh, 113,000. That's not acceptable. Whoa. Then we get to night three. 187,000. Oh, 120,000. Yikes. That's
The Unrivaled League was out here celebrating 300,000 viewers like they just reinvented basketball, throwing conf FY popping bottles, acting like they were the new face of the sport. Fast forward 3 weeks, and they're barely cracking 100,000. Oh, but wait, it gets better. Angel Reese's team rose. They pulled in less than $100,000 for a game less than 100K. That's embarrassing. That's not even a minor foul-off. That's a full-blown evacuation. It's like fans saw what Unrivaled was cooking and said, nah, I'm good. And honestly, can you blame them?
Modest is a word I would use to describe ratings in the NHL. Nationally televised games in the NHL, they normally average 400,000 viewers. That's modest. Unrivaled cannot come close to reaching half that number. These ratings aren't modest, they're abysmal, they're atrocious. If I had to guess, Unrivaled is the least watched programming on TNT. Monday night, the Lunar Owls versus the Vinyl, 134,000 views.
Let's see what Unrivaled have up their sleeve over the next coming weeks, but it's really not looking good. First ratings of 300,000 was good, but already having that number within 3 weeks, how is that even possible? And to think Caitlin could have played in this league, imagine the numbers if she was bowling out. Wow. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.